Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Marvel Future Revolution. So the new patch notes came out, and this is for the patch for next Wednesday on the 15th, approximately about a week from today's recording. And I'm going to go over them. We're going to be talking about Magic. She is coming out on the 15th, and they do talk a little bit in the start of the dev notes here how there's going to be another slot available for her. I know there was some talk about some games that purposely would add characters and not add slots from other creators, so they are stating the fact that a new slot is going to become available. I'm assuming it's going to be the 400 or 500 credits that they typically are. So just be prepared for that if you have a full roster. And so it does touch on the fact that we kindly ask for your understanding that the transmutation of Magic's costumes and Omega cards and their use as transmutation materials will not be available at this time. But rest assured, we will announce in advance when the time comes for these to be included in the future update. So basically, transmutation is not going to be possible in Magic right away. However, in a future update, they will make that available. So you can either, go ahead and get Magic's gear sets, or you can wait. It's completely up to you. We believe that many of our agents are also curious and looking forward for new content improvements such as the Epic Invasion, Costume Nano Fusion, Omega Card, and Companion resets. We will do our best to ensure that the new content improvement live up to your expectations. For now, let us walk you through the coming update, which will arrive along with Magic and Dev Note number 5. So I'm excited. This one right here, I'm so excited for. I have been saying this from the beginning. The new content is the training grounds. This December, we're currently preparing a new content called the training grounds. Most of the operations and arena contents have limited reward counts. Thus, additional plays do not grant more rewards. Also, the type of rewards are limited, making it difficult for our agents to obtain the items needed to grow their heroes. The big thing with this is gear. For free-to-play players, trying to get gear it's difficult. But I think the bigger issue for that is for us who spend on the game. It's not that difficult to get a 6-star piece of gear and re-roll it a couple of times to make sure we get better stats on that piece of gear. But for a free-to-play person, that's incredibly difficult because it is so much time to get to a 6-star piece, and then if it's not good, having to re-roll it. A lot of free-to-play people just go with the piece of 6-star gear, and they will struggle in PvE content, they will struggle in PvP content. So I'm really, really happy that this is coming out. We concluded that was placing many restrictions on our agent's gameplay, and we also noticed that it is one of the topics most frequently discussed in many community channels. We believe that we need content that allows our agents to develop their hero into a more powerful one by gaining necessary XP, yes, and items in a shorter time, and not just by farming endlessly. This has led us to prepare for the upcoming Training Grounds content. Training Grounds is a farming content that allows agents to acquire various items such as costumes, cores, companion shards, and potential reports by defeating enemies. In addition, hero XP that can be obtained by defeating villains in the Dark Zone can be acquired in the Training Grounds. Agents will no longer earn XP in the Dark Zone after Training Grounds has been updated. So as of next Wednesday, you will no longer be gaining XP in the Dark Zone. You will have to be doing that through the Training Grounds. We have been thinking a lot about the playing time for Training Grounds. We plan to operate it in a way where agents can freely use the playtime anytime weekly. This way, the Training Grounds will not be just another daily task. Specific details will be provided through an update notice at a later date. Stay tuned for Training Grounds where you can have fun and farm valuable items. So this sounds like we're going to be getting a block of time weekly. And we can choose to go for it all Monday, all Saturday, all Wednesday. It's not a specific block of time daily. That's how I'm reading this right here. So it's really exciting. I have been so wanting to just have content where you can grind and you can get items. I think that has been something that has been sorely missing from the game, and I'm really glad that's being added. My only edit on this would be there shouldn't. I would love the content to not have a limit. I would love people to just go ahead and grind to their heart's content. Now, I do see where Netmarble is coming from with that. With they make a product, they gotta make a profit from that, and so with it being brand new, I'm sure they're going to want to balance those needs. But I am definitely on the page where free to play definitely need this boost. This is real. I'm hoping is going to really help free to play players with that. Epic Invasion number 2. A new Epic Invasion season will come with a December update. As our agents know, the primary Earth resulted from the convergence as various Marvel universes merged. The new Epic Invasion introduces six classic supervillains that our agents know very well but haven't seen before. Who could be the sixth? We have also made improvements on earning points that contribute to ranking calculations. Prior to this, Epic Invasion ranking points were calculated based on the damages that agents dealt, but now the damages received will count towards the calculation. So we are looking at Captain America here all the way with his shield or his regenerative ability. I think Captain America, I think this is going to be a really big boost for his point calculation in events, at least in the Epic Invasion. This was done to credit the melee heroes who take risks to carry out combat in close quarters. You know, being a Black Widow, I have to avoid damage, which is really unfortunate. I'm really hoping Magic's going to come out with a tank build. I honestly believe Magic's going to come out with several different kinds of builds, and they're going to be very different from one another, but we'll see next week. Although there are certain scoring conditions not included in the Epic Invasion season, we will continue to improve by adding more variety of scoring conditions so no hero is at a disadvantage of obtaining points. That is a really big sentence right there, because we have been talking about for so long in this game, everyone's an Iron Man. Every single person is an Iron Man. Maybe not an Iron Man or a Spider-Man. Why? DPS. DPS is the only factor in the game where you can earn points, and especially when you're in the Dark Zone and you're trying to get cards and you're hitting primes, you can never get into the top 3 unless you're one of the big spenders who've definitely spent a lot on their builds. So being able to take damage and getting points is really good. I really want to see support functions because I think that's crucial for characters like Doctor Strange or Star-Lord. Being able to allow your teammates to do additional damage, but you're not getting points for it, I think that's a problem, and I'm really hoping that that is going to be worked on in future updates. I mean, Star-Lord, man, whew, you're just pumping up the opponent for other people to get DPS on it. That's a hard pill to swallow for me. Targeting system improvement. Oh my God, yes. This has been horrible in Alliance War and Omega War. I'll be standing right there, and I can't target. My character's like going way across the battlefield, out of the engagement area, and I'm like, what is going on here? I don't get it. So I'm glad to see this on here. The targeting system that many agents found inconvenient, especially during PvP mode, will have improvements implemented. The current targeting system was developed based on Camera Mode 1, which holds the front side of the hero as the target. However, with PvP content such as Omega War, players use Camera Mode 3 to check for the surroundings. I definitely do that myself. I never take it off camera 3. Therefore, the current targeting system is not suitable for PvP mode that uses camera mode 3. The development team was aware of this issue and has worked to improve the targeting system to be used in both camera modes 1 and 3. So, I'm guessing C out of 2. However, camera 1 is for looking forward, and camera 3 is for understanding the battle situation. These two camera modes are very different, and thus we will improve it to where agents can select the desired targeting option. Starting with this update, we are improving the targeting system's default condition so that the enemy at the closest distance to the hero registers first rather than the front. Okay, so that's really good. I didn't see anything in there about camera mode 2, so I'm definitely not going on camera mode 2, at least in PvP. I'll say on 1 or 3. That's my takeaway from that, but I am so glad that is getting improved. That is something we have desperately needed for a while here. Costume Nano Fusion improvement. I haven't had this issue because I swapped. Well, I was Black Widow, swapped to Captain America, and I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this, and swap back to Black Widow. So I haven't had this issue, but I know this issue is prevalent for some people. Agents experience difficulty and inconvenience with carrying out nano fusion from the beginning if a costume with better options was obtained during the course of costume nano fusion. In this update, agents can use an already nanoed fused costume as material, and nano fuse stages will be added together. That's big. If the nano fuse stage 2 and stage 3 costumes are nano fused, they create a nano fuse stage 6, stage 2 and 3 plus 1 that must be increased. However, stage 6 is the achieved stage for cases such as stage 2 and stage 5, since the maximum limit of nano-fused costumes is stage 6. A warning message will be prompted to confirm the agent's desire to proceed. We apologize once again to agents who are enhancing costumes for the rather late update. So we take a look at that right there. They got a 2 and a 3, plus they're getting another nano, so they are getting up to the 6 stars. Costume nano fusion requires an immense amount of effort, as we believe that the costume nano fusion effect needs to become more satisfactory for our agents. We are preparing to upgrade its effect for this update. We plan to upgrade it so that one more new option can be obtained at a specific stage. The thing I would add to this is what I was talking about earlier with rerolls. I would like rerolls to not require another piece of 6-star gear, because that is so difficult to obtain. And it was no fault to you of the stats you got on that piece, but I would love to have a more efficient way of re-rolling that piece of gear before you start nanoing it, so that you can get stats that you like. Of course, they're going to come at a cost, and a lot of us are going to, would like to re-roll a lot. So I would like to see that update in the future as well. Omega Card and companion presets. Yes. We believe that agents who play operations and arena contents were particularly inconvenienced by the unavailability of presets for Omega Cards and companions, composed of strategic options. We plan to provide Omega Card and companion presets in this update to make it easier to enjoy the content. So the big thing with this for me is definitely my companions, but Omega Cards. I have a PvP setup and I have a PvE setup. I would love to be able to swap if I'm doing a blitz or if I'm going into an Omega War without constantly moving my cards around. The other thing is companions. Definitely. I would say, some of the companions I use regularly is definitely Yondu and Icarus. I'm trying to think if I really use any other companions all that much. Maybe Cersei, maybe Vision. I would say those 4. But I'm constantly moving the companions around. And I'm really glad that we're going to get presets because I will. Sometimes I'll use Yondu in PvP. Sometimes I'll use Icarus. Sometimes I'll actually use an AoE in Omega War. Really just kind of depends on my mood. So I would really like to have easier ways to do that. Dark Zone improvement. This is a big one. We are looking into Dark Zone from different angles to revive its original excitement. We want to revamp the rewards to match our original intentions. Agent cooperation and friendly competition for the top rewards. We want to reduce the playtime as well as gather as many agents as possible in a go. We would also like to emphasize the fun of either cooperating or competing by setting a higher score than ever before for defeating heroes. Additionally, the hero XP obtained by defeating villains will be removed, as it can be obtained from the training grounds. Thus, the non-PvP channel that was created solely for the purpose of gaining hero XP will be deleted as well. In addition, we implemented the hot time in the Dark Zone to challenge agents with the increased concentration of players. It was a system designed to be enjoyable, but instead it became stressful. Therefore, in this update, we will create time slots instead of implementing the hot time event. Details regarding the Dark Zone improvements will be given through a separate notice. So I'm expecting that separate notice to be coming rather soon because everything that I see here is for the next update. And I got to be honest, I'm really excited about Dark Zone going back to PvP. I think the issue will be getting people in there, but I think the server merge is definitely going to help with that. But I think Training Grounds is going to help people who don't want to do PvP and go in there and get that done on their own. And I'm really curious to kind of see where this is going to go. But I want to go back to re-rolling the 6-star gear pieces. If we had that option for free-to-play players to be able to re-roll their pieces of gear, we would have much more engagement in PvP. That is probably the biggest issue with free-to-play players in PvP. They can't get their perfect sets, so they're automatically set at a negative to where spenders can actually keep re-rolling those pieces of gear to get the best pieces of sets. They can also spend to get all of those great Omega cards, and I honestly think you can actually farm a really good set of PvP and PvE Omega cards. I don't think that's really an issue when it comes to spending or free to play, but I definitely see the gear. I mean, putting together a piece of 6-star gear is not cheap at all. Omega War, Alliance Omega War improvement. Since it is an alliance versus an alliance battle, restricting the number of participants to such a low number would not benefit the content name. We set it to require a minimum of 20 players, 10 each, for play. However, we have concluded that this puts a limit on small size alliances joining Alliance Omega War. Thus, we will improve it by lowering the minimum number of players to 16, 8 on each team, so that more alliances can participate in the Alliance Omega War. We will also lower the participation fee and adjust participation registration period to 10 minutes from 5 minutes to allow for more enjoyable play. So we've been doing. Now we are the number one alliance on New Stark City 4, soon to be Central City, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to be number one when the server merges. I think there's definitely much. I know for a fact there's a much bigger alliance coming in, and we've lost one Omega War, and it's been fun. We get on voice comms and we have a really good time with our players. Of course, I have made our team very socially focused, so the whole team gets on voice comms for Dark Zone, and we have like 25 people because we have 50 people in our alliance. We have 25 to 30 people in Dark Zone at a time, and everyone is on voice comms. We're talking, we are coordinating through voice so that, everyone knows where to go without any kind of text, any kind of reading, that sort of thing. I know that's not common at all for the majority of alliances out there. I know a lot of them barely talk in their alliance. However, I would like Alliance Wars to get a significant upgrade in terms of competition, in terms of rewards. I think there should be a bracket system put into place, and there should be really good rewards. I think the Alliance War on any game should be one of the biggest content modes and one of the most rewarding. It's rewarding for having an alliance and putting together an alliance and having everyone being able to get in there. I mean, I played Marvel Contest of Champions, and Alliance Wars were huge. Those were like, we had seasons, and you would get so many rewards from the war, and you would get even a lot more rewards from the season. And it didn't really matter. Like, you could do mediocre in the war for the season, and you would get really good rewards. But it was all about that participation. It's the rewards that I really have a problem with Omega War. It's, for me, it is not. It doesn't seem very beneficial because the way the Alliance Omega Wars are set up right now is if we win, we get 1.5 million gold spread around 15 people. That's 100,000 gold. But we have to pay 100,000 gold to get in there. I'm sorry. We have to pay a million gold to get in there. A million in donations. And we get, some other things like Omega War tokens and stuff like that, but that's it. It's just, it doesn't seem very rewarding to me. So I'm hoping that since it's in beta, that is going to change. But, we will only have to be patient and wait and see what comes from Omega War. Special operations improvement. I heard people in my alliance talk about this one today. The extra points you receive when you rank first place in special operations were intended for the thrill of flipping the weekly rankings. However, there are many cases of this causing inconveniences as agents neglect their gameplay or even give up if they think they cannot rank first place in special operations. This is first place of the match, not first place on the leaderboard. Special operations is a mode that anyone can easily participate in and enjoy without being bound by their growth element. The decrease in participants due to other agents giving up playing because it does not work at their will is not what the development team intended. So we have decided to remove the extra point system in this update. I'm going to be honest. I quit playing special ops. I found that you really had to go in with your own team, which is no problem for us because we coordinate a lot of co-ops all the time. But it just wasn't fun. I didn't find it engaging or fun whatsoever, so I just stopped doing it altogether. And I might do it here and there for my team if they need me to do it. But I just really stopped doing it. I didn't think it was fun or engaging. I didn't think the rewards were great. I didn't think it was worth my time, honestly. So I just stopped doing it. It's one of the only content modes I stopped playing. So I'm hoping to get really re-engaged in special ops. I don't see this change doing that for me, to be honest. But, hopefully changes in the future will get me re-engaged in special ops. For me, being a spender in the game, the content has to be worth my time. If it's not worth my time, I'll go do something else. And then last, usability improvements. We are currently improving various UX in Marvel Future Revolution. Agents can only proceed by touching the recruit button when equipping a companion. As an improvement, agents can select an empty slot to equip the companion quickly, and we are preparing to add a replacement function to enhance convenience. In addition, agents can only use one selection box at a time, such as the draw a ticket selection box or the region costume material selection box. Therefore, when using 2 or more selection boxes, there is the hassle of selecting as many of the number of times you want to use it. We will alleviate this inconvenience by allowing agents to set the desired quantity before making a selection. Additionally, various usability improvements are being made, such as displaying a red dot on a Nano Fusion target item. And a couple of other things they are looking into: specialization. Oh my god, this is a huge one. They're looking into, I don't want to read this verbatim for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, the rates of specializations they're going to be looking into. PvP content. They're looking at the overall rewards and matching balance for all of PvP contents. I will say this. I have this free-to-play account that I play with, and I was doing DD with it, and I got really good matches. I mean, I was a level 80. I did not have good gear on. I definitely did not have any companions. I had nothing fancy. And I got into DD, and I think I won 17 matches in a row. I kept getting matched with people of my level. And the only thing is, one match I got matched with somebody like 20 levels ahead of me, and I died, of course. But I feel like that PvP matching was a lot better than what I'm used to seeing. On my main account, I am definitely in top 10, if not top 20, because I don't really push DD. I'll do it because it's required, but I won't push it too much. Omega War, Alliance Omega War. For Marvel Future Revolution, we wanted to create a unique experience where combat takes place both on and off the ground. However, for certain content types, especially the Omega War, Alliance Omega War, provide extensive benefits to flying superheroes, hurting the overall experience of the content. Especially since it's a competitive mode, we are looking into leveling the playing field of the flyers and non-flyers, while still retaining each of the unique characteristics of the 8, soon to be 9 superheroes. Woo! I love that. I love that. Being a non-flyer, people just swoop down on me to try to kill me. Most of them don't succeed in killing me, but then they fly back up and I can't reach them. And I would love to do that. So I like this change, or this change that they're thinking about, a lot. I like that a lot. And I'm sure flyers are not going to like that, because they've been using that height that they can fly up to as a tactical advantage, when us people who can't fly don't have any advantage at all. Companion shards. Some of our agents are now reaching maximum stages for companions and have concerns with what to do with the leftover shards. We are aware of the situation, and with upcoming updates and added systems, we will make sure that these shards and any other materials retain their values throughout the game. As mentioned in the developer's note, we will be updating the new hero magic, new training grounds content, new epic invasion, and various improvements in December. We kindly ask for your interest and patience. Additionally, we have prepared a survey event on the most awaited update category that was included in our Dev Note 4. We will be looking forward to your active participation. So that was a lot. That was a lot to unpack. I'm at 28 minutes already. Whew. I think there is a lot of good stuff in here, and I think there is a lot of stuff where you kind of have to wait and see how it goes. I, by no means, am any kind of whale. My Black Widow is 1,380,000. So I'm not even top 3. But, so I kind of fall like in between with PvP. You know, I do try to focus on my PvP stats so I don't, auto die on Omega War. So I'm looking forward to this, and hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. I am looking forward to it. Let me know what you think of the notes, the patch notes. What are you looking forward to? What do you think that there still needs work on? If you're a free-to-play player, what do you struggle with? If you're a spender, what do you struggle with? Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.